Hi Angels, today I will be painting the clay item I made the other day, which is a little house, as you can see, and I will also be yapping with you. I wanted to paint this clay thing that I made the other day. I made this because I saw on Shopee something that I really wanted to buy, and it's actually a little house that can be used to put toothpicks or cotton buds or anything that you need, even lip gloss. And so I wanted to make it myself to stop myself from overspending. And so here I am painting the roof red. It looks quite intimidating, but I assure you in real life it's not that saturated. So actually this is my second time making a clay item. My first clay item was made during the COVID period, maybe 3 years ago. I think I lost track of time. And back then, what I made was this little trinket tray that's a heart shape with a little frog on top. And so I decided to make something a little bit more functional. I mean, the trinket tray is functional, but the house that I'm making today has removable parts like the cap, which is the roof, and the bottom of the house, which can be used to contain any item that I need. So I'm just trying to show you how I try to get into the gaps of painting. As these little decorations that I've put on top of the roof has this kind of gap in between that I didn't really blend it in. Well, I guess it is a learning process, right? I hope I'll get better with clay making one day. And right now I'm just winging it, to be honest. So for the decorations, there's a star that I made, and an apple, and another half-eaten apple, and a moon. I make the moon really 3D and curvy, as I thought it would be really cute. For the apple, I kept seeing it appearing on hair clips and different type of accessories recently. So I decided to use it as my inspiration to make it somewhat on my item. I think the actual item is actually really cheap online, maybe about $4. And maybe with shipping, maybe you can round up to 10 or something like that. But I have this horrible habit of just buying everything that looks cute online, and my house is starting to look like a maximalism place. I don't know how to say that word. Just there's so little space, and I just want everything I buy to have more thought to it, and then I might feel more meaningful to each and every item I hold in my house. And here I'm deciding what colors to paint the little decals for. I actually changed my mind a few times. You can see in the clip later on. But I guess it's a trail process, right? I chose the color green because I initially wanted the apple to be red because that's how iconic the apple is. Like in my mind, like an apple, right? Picture an apple as a red apple, but it wouldn't stand out against the red background that I already have, which is the roof. So I'm using a green apple instead, and I think it's kind of cute in their own way. And since I already painted half-eaten apple green, I decided to paint the full apple green too. And it looks alright actually now editing the clip and looking at it. But back then, after painting it green, I decided to change my mind again. Because I ended up finding out there's this little leaf I made on top of the full apple that would be green too, and there wouldn't be much differentiation to the leaf and the apple, right? So later on I decided to change to another color. Yeah. I decided to change to light blue at first. I was thinking it's a quite a cute color, like a cloud blue. And I decided to try it on the apple, but I realized quickly that it doesn't look like an apple at all when it's light blue. I mean, who would have thought? Now I'm trying to darken leaves to have some differentiation between the apple and the leaves. Maybe that will help. I guess it's just more of a personal preference thing. Quickly realized that it's not really working out. And so I'm just mixing a bunch of random colors at this point and trying to make it work. What came out was like this plum color. I thought it was kind of cute, but in real life it looks really dull and ashy. So I did end up changing it in the future again, in the very near future. Now I'm trying to mix more new colors and see where it leads to. Oh, actually, I'm actually painting the fruit. That when you bite in the apple, the inside of the fruit is actually like light beige. That's the color I'm making now, and I'm painting the inside of the apples that light cream beige. As you can see, I don't know if you noticed, but I actually switch in between brushes every now and then just to get into the little details and little gaps. There's a little seed that I made on the eaten apple, and I painted that seed brown. This is the point where I realized the dark green leaves is kind of giving like vegetable green, so I decided to lighten it up again with light bright green. And then I realized it didn't really match the full apple, didn't really match the vibrancy of the green leaves, so I went in again with neon pink. This time I really didn't change the color anymore. Now I'm trying to make a neon orange to kind of match the brightness of the apple, and I'm using it right now to paint the little star at the side. The star is so much easier to paint. Other than I've used a square brush that's a little on the thick side, so I do end up having to patch a little details here and there with red again, and it's just something that has to be done. here I am like patching up the little splotches of red on the roof that's not very evenly colored. I'm actually using acrylic in this video. What I noticed is that acrylic isn't I think I just used it a little wrong from my usual. I used to be a watercolor artist before I became a digital art artist. And so instinctively I went to dilute the colors a lot. So when you paint acrylics with wet a lot of water, it becomes very uneven type of wash. So I think the right consistency is more of like a pasty type of consistency, like just a little bit of water to a lot of paint to remain thick and opaque. And now I'm painting over the star again with light yellow because I wanted it to be slightly different color from the orange moon. And I kind of like it at this point. It's kind of cute, but at this point I cannot paint the underneath and insides of the clay items. I was thinking of painting it another day when the top part has dried up. Anyways, I wish I recorded a video of me making the clay items. However, at that point, I didn't know how to set up my camera, and when I recorded this video, I figured that oh my god, I could just use my usual selfie stick to hold on my camera. I think that's what everybody is doing. I just kept trying to use this specific tripod stand that I bought online, and the angle was just not really my type of angle. There's a video that I made from it. You can just check from my channel. It's actually a shot where I was painting a cat sleeping on a fish. So now I'm getting to the house part, the bottom part of the house. I'm painting it with a light pink. I try to mix in white with the neon pink to match the vibrancy of the roof again. I was actually contemplating between like neon pink or like the usual beige white. Like when you picture a house, usually for me I will picture like a red roof and a beige bottom of the house. I wanted to go for beige, but that's a bit boring, so I decided to go with pink. And for the windows, the heart-shaped windows, I decided to go with a little bit of neon pink, so it looks like there's neon pink light illuminating from the inside. My other option for the window was actually blue, because that's what you picture when you think of windows, right? It's actually blue. I mean, that's how I imagine it. But I think neon pink actually matches with the whole vibrant aesthetic quite better than blue. Now I'm just painting the whole bottom of the house neon pink, and this is so much easier than the roof because everything is all smoothened out. Actually spent a long time making the bottom part of the house, as I'm usually just a go with the flow person. So with my first clay project, it wasn't smooth or anything. There were a lot of bumps, and so for this project I wanted to challenge myself to make everything look more smooth. I think there's still a long way to go, but we are getting somewhere. And now I'm trying to mix brown for the window sills. I think that's what it's called. I made it heart shape because I thought it would be a little cute to have heart shaped window. And you would start imagining like who lives in this house when you look at it from the outside. Like maybe a cat or a frog or like a little witch. I could actually just put my little civilian families figurines inside. I tried it and they actually fit quite perfectly. Oh, and now it's a little out of the camera, but I'm actually painting the windows. Oh, too bad I didn't capture it. Was trying to not miss a spot. And now I'm touching up with wherever I accidentally painted brown on the house. And we are done. This is how it looks like. So I can actually turn the roof to wherever I want. And yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching and hear me yap about random things. And thank you so much for your support on watching my digital art. It really means a lot to me. Bye.